This perp back with another video, and I just got done watching episode 9 of season 3 of Snowfall, and what the fuck just happened? We have a lot to talk about, but before I get into this review, I need y'all to hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and follow me on Twitter at perpminded, cause this episode leaves me speechless. Like, this series just keeps getting better and better, in my opinion. Just everything from the tone to just what they're setting up for season 4. But I'll get to that at the end of the video. So let's get into this review. So we have Mel bawling her eyes out because she obviously walked in on her father dead, and you have his partner kind of just being there for her and just making sure she's okay, and she's just all fucked up throughout this episode. Meanwhile, Franklin is out, like, just kind of staying low, doesn't tell nobody that he killed Andre, which is also dangerous too for their well-being. And, he's trying to just keep it all together. And, fuck, man. He's just holding a lot of secrets back from his family that could end up blowing back in his face. So, he gets his story straight. Just in case if cops start asking questions. He comes face to face with Andre's partner. And, they have a little back and forth. And I don't know how Franklin could kind of keep his calm, but you could tell he's just at his breaking point. And, but his partner, Andre's partner, knows what's up. But it seems like Franklin and him are going to have some interesting back and forths going forward. While this is all going on, Teddy goes to check on Javi, and Javi pretty much lets him know, like, I got some enemies, and it's pretty much Javi's past trying to coming to bite him in the ass, pretty much. So, you really see throughout this episode how this decision that Franklin has made is really affecting him and the people around him, and just creating more problems than before. And even Andre's partner's really kind of just going through the motions and is kind of just fucked up about the whole situation. Especially, when Teddy finds out that, Andre is dead, so he knows he has to go confront Franklin. Meanwhile, Mel's trying to stay at a friend's house and gets kicked out because she's smoking crack in the house, and just, you just really feel bad for her because she's grieving, and she's going about it the wrong way by using crack, and she's just going deeper and deeper into that hole. So Teddy meets up with, correct me if I'm wrong, this dude Paul that was trying to take Teddy down in the first place, and he meets Ringo, and I feel like Teddy knows what's up. I think he pretty much knows what's up, and he's trying to figure out a way to deal with all this and get all these different people like Paul and Julia out the way. Meanwhile, Franklin's gotta figure out this beef with Manboy, because Leon and Manboy be kind of button heads. And Franklin pretty much goes in on Leon, like, yo, you're fucking up the business. I'll be damned if I let you fuck this up. So, I think it's already kind of too late, based off this whole conversation that they had. and I think it's on. I think that's something they're setting up for next season, where Man Boy's just like, all right, all hands on deck, and just, it might start a turf war. Who knows? Meanwhile, we get a scene of Louis and Jerome talking, and Jerome just kind of feels like he's just out of it. He doesn't want to do this anymore, and Louis pretty much kind of blames herself, and they bring it back to the first season where she mentions that, is it my fault that I told Franklin to go get that key from Claudia? And, Jerome says, no, this is pretty much all our fault. But, I think they're setting something big up for Jerome. I'll get to that towards the end of this review, so stay tuned for that. So you as this episode keeps going, you see how Andre's death is really affecting Franklin, and not only him, his mother, because his mother knows what's up, and she's just worried about Franklin. She loves Franklin, and she meets Andre's sister, and I think those two might end up butting heads, or who knows, might see her more in season 4. But then we get Mel going to Andre's partner's house, trying to ask for help. And throughout this whole episode, she's just so strung out, and I gotta give it to the actress. I'm drawing a blank on her name, but she is doing a phenomenal job this season. I'm so glad that they gave her a bigger role. But she comes to Andre's partner saying, like, Franklin did this, and so Franklin gets pulled over by Andre's partner, and they have this really cool back and forth, and pretty much says, I don't want to kill you, I'd rather just use you for your money, but don't get too close because I won't hesitate. And so Franklin's got a cop in his pocket, but at what price? And just comes to show you that, how much did he really care about Andre. But, I'm pretty sure he does care about Andre, but at the same time, he's looking at it like, yo, I could use this money to help out my family. So, so then Franklin and Teddy finally meet up, and, Franklin kind of pretty much tells Teddy, without telling him, like, what he's done, and Teddy tries to, like, tell him it's okay, we're gonna work this out. And he gets a visit from Julia, so it's like, I don't really know what Teddy is really planning in his head. Is he gonna flip on Franklin and everybody, or is he just because he already knows he's too deep in it, so he probably is not going to do it. So he's gonna try to do his best to just keep everything in order as much as possible. Back at Franklin's house, we have this scene with Alden and Sissy talking about Franklin, and it's crazy how his father hasn't been in his life, but he knows Franklin better than his own mother, and she kind of was in a denial for a while, but Alden pretty much tells her, like, look, we need to know what we're getting ourselves into and what the hell's going on, because Alden's seen the signs. He knows that Franklin's not all the way there. He said either Andre got killed or Franklin did it. Meanwhile, back at Mel's, you have Andre's partner pretty much tell her bold-faced lie that her father's death was a suicide, and she doesn't believe that for 1 second, because now he's in Saint's pocket. So this kind of drives her over the edge and kind of makes her go kind of crazy. But I'll get to that at the very end, because wow. Teddy goes to see what Gustavo's up to, and Gustavo pretty much tells him, I got a tunnel. We're building a tunnel all the way to the border, which will help them move product a lot faster. And that's something I think they're also just setting up for season 4. But let's get to the very end of this episode. So we get this, everybody pretty much comforting Mel because the funeral I guess just happened. And Franklin feels bad because he sees Mel storm out the house, and he follows her and ends up getting shot. Mel shoots Franklin in the chest, not in the chest, but like in the shoulder, and just walks him down and just leaves him there, his own puddle of blood. Now, I have some theories. I think they're just pulling the okie doke where, Franklin is alive. Barely. Well, somebody's gonna get to him before he can even die. Or this was all probably a dream sequence. I'd be surprised. That would be really, really bonkers. And just, it would make sense though, because it's just like a hot ass day, so it's just, he could just be hallucinating. But I think they're setting up something really, really crazy for this season finale. Either way, he's possibly gonna still be alive, which I think, based off the previews that they showed, I think Jerome might be the next big character to die. Because what a better way to start off a turf war by killing Franklin's uncle. Who knows, man? What do you guys think in the comments below? Is Franklin gone? Is he gonna die? Is this all a hallucination? What's gonna happen with Mel? What's gonna happen with Leon? What's gonna happen to everybody? I think they're just really setting up a really strong season finale, and I cannot wait. So until next week, I'll check y'all out later. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll check y'all out later. Peace.
What made that comedian different from that comedian? And it was the strength, the inner strength, the style, the confidence they had, not being afraid to fail. And if I can transcend that to a lot of people, whatever dream, it might not be comedy, it might be in the workplace, to give them that drive, that's when I ain't scared of you came from. You can't be afraid.